as a 43-year-old guy. Dating a single mom takes a real man. Okay? First off, you got to be patient because you have to understand that plans can be canceled at the very last minute because the babysitter fell through or their kid was sick. That can happen, and you can't have any animosity or anger toward that. It's life, dude. Second, these women have been through a lot of bullshit, and they're still willing to put themselves out there. And get this, she's been working all week. She's been taking her kids to appointments all week. She's fucking exhausted by Friday or Saturday. She'd rather stay home and drink wine and relax. But yet here she is getting ready for me, looking all dolled up and beautiful. I'm going to make sure she had a wonderful evening and give her the best time I possibly could.
I swear these are tears of joy. When you're a single mother that works her ass off to not even be able to pay bills, and you have a baby daddy that refuses to help with bills besides his half of the cell phone bill, and then you get...
If you're gonna talk to a single mom or date a single mom, I hope that you have real intentions with that person. Because when we get heartbroken, we don't just get to choose to come home and be alone. We have to smile when it's time to pick the kids up from school. And we have to put them to bed, and we have to be happy mom. And when y'all come into our lives, playing games or messing with us, it makes our lives 100 times harder.
Let me ask you this real quick. Do you feel like your options are still as vast with a child before you had a child? Are you running to different types of guys? Are you attracted to different types of men than you did previously before I had a child?
You know what? Before I had a child, I had some great men. I had some great men. Mm-hmm. Before I had a kid, I had a selection. It was like I was at a buffet. They were all good men. But I wasn't a good person at that time. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a good woman.
You was not a good woman.
I wasn't a good woman at all. I had to get it out of my system. So I wasn't a good woman. I was just like, dang, I can have him, and him. I'm going to juggle all of them. And the thing about it is I'm not going to have sex with all of them. I'm not going to even have sex with any of them. I'm going to juggle them. And then when they want it, I'm going to let them go to the next one, boom, 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 pick a card, any card at that point. And then now as I got older, it's like karma. Because now I'm getting all the horrible people, like the guys that, the part-time dads, the deadbeats, or the guys who live, they don't have a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? They got a job, possibly. They stay with their parents or something like that. It's always a big thing where I'm just like, no, I ain't gonna do it. So before I had a kid, the options were endless and they were beautiful.
So much drama, toxicity, chaos, and dysfunction when it comes to dating and dealing with single mothers. Even if you're just hooking up or having sex, recreational use, just friends with benefits, there's always some issues going on, right? Now, the first guy is a prime candidate for Simp of the Year. I mean, this guy is a beta male, and I can clearly tell that he was raised by a single mother just by his tone and his body language. He's 43 years old, and he thinks that a single mother's time is worth more than his time, right? So he wants to show her a special time, that she's so amazing that she has to take care of another man's kids and go to work. So let me show her that she's such a queen, that she's an amazing person. Let me give her a great time. He doesn't even see his own value. All right, that's number one. Now, the clip I want to get to is the last one where the woman is talking about she used guys. She had a whole bunch of good men, right? She had quality dudes, and karma is basically coming back to bite her. And this is what happens with a lot of women, not just single mothers, right? They do guys dirty. They have guys left and right that's in their DMs that want to take them out, that want to treat them good, that want to spoil them, that want to give them a good life, right? And all these guys get rejected. This is why I don't have any sympathy for single women, and especially single mothers, because they get what they deserve. These women have different dudes over here, dudes that want to pay their bills, dudes that want to take them out, dudes that want to show them a good time and have genuine good intentions, right? And these women just, I don't want that dude. It's always going to be another dude around the corner. It's always going to be another dude. I got another dude in my DMs. I got another dude that want to take me out. I got another dude who want to spend way more money on me than you, right? So these women's egos get blown up. And then when they become single mothers, now they start to realize, man, the candidate pool is shrinking. only dudes I can attract, as she says, is guys who don't really have a job, who don't really have their own place, who's kind of, doesn't really have direction. And that's what happens when you become a single mother and you get older. And a lot of women don't think that. They don't think long term. They just say, well, I'm going off feelings and emotions, and I'm hooking up with this guy. He's attractive, so let me go and have his baby. And they think those options are still going to be there after they have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. It's crazy. They still think that they're going to have that same sexual market value as they did when they had no kids. But karma and the wall will always hit these women. The wall is undefeated. So if any woman has a kid or something like that and you're dating them and dealing with them, just understand, let me tell you something. She's not looking for love. She's looking for help. She's sizing you up. She's already had her fun. She slept around. She did all these different things. She's rejected men, just like the last woman said. She did, use men and strung them along and took her, basically her wet box that's between her legs and ran away. And when the guys went to have sex and get physical, she played this dude. She played this dude. She just playing dudes. So when you're dealing with women, understand they've had their fun. They've had all the different dudes and had sex and hooked up. I'm telling you, this is how these women become single mothers. So here's the thing. A single mother, what they'll tell you is typically when you meet them, oh, my baby daddy, he lives in another state. You're like, how does he live in another state? Oh, things didn't work out. Or they'll say, my baby daddy, he's just nowhere around. He doesn't want to be a part of my kid or kids' lives. How is that possible? I mean, it's either you're a horrible decision maker, or 2, you choose losers. Either way, you're still at fault because you have to come to terms with the decisions of continuing that pregnancy for 9 or however many months and having that baby. So any woman who's a single mother, she's a single mother by choice because there's a lot of different contraceptions and things that she can do, birth control, protection, rubbers, plan B, to stop her from having that kid. But here's the thing. These single mothers become single mothers. For number one, they want to lock that dude down. So, for example, that guy who maybe lives in the street, in the hood, or maybe lives over here, does whatever. He's attractive. He has some swag. And then these women are like, okay, he has this girlfriend. He has that girl. He's a player. He's over here. So only way I can lock this guy down is if I have his baby. So they have his baby. And then the guy's like, man, what you mean? We were just hooking up. She tells him the news that, hey, I'm pregnant. And the guy's like, man, I don't want to do that. And now the woman's angry and bitter and mad because it was just a hookup. I'm telling you, these single mothers are lying to you guys. The vast majority of them will tell you, oh, he just don't want to be there. How does that man not want to be a part of his child's life? Which segue to me to point number 2. The reason why these men don't want to be in their lives is because these kids' lives is because these women, these single mothers cause a lot of chaos and drama. They bring a lot of heat on the baby daddy. They keep the kids over here. They take the kids over here. They don't let the kids see the baby daddy and the father. And now the dude's like, man, I ain't dealing with that no more. So now he just jumps ship. He's not a part of that situation because he wants peace in his life, because he's tired of knocking on the door on this day and she running over here and I'm not there. You can't see him. You can't do this. You got to give me money. This is what these single mothers do. So they hold the kid or kids hostage or maybe gets child support, whatever, and then tries to keep the kids away from the father. Only thing that's hurting is the kids because she's frustrated and mad because that relationship didn't work out. And the guy moved on to another girl. So now she wants to do that kid dirty, do that kid wrong, as well as the father, to try to hurt him and spite him. And what will happen is the kid will grow up bitter, undeveloped, no discipline, no structure, no sort of guidance. And these women are happy. Right? So these women are keeping these kids from these men. It's just a lot of these men are like, man, I'm not even dealing with it. I ain't going to court. I'm not trying to really fight the system to see these kids or kid. Man, I'm done. Which segues me to point number 3. What will happen is these women will get on social media and they'll say, see, I told you I'm the mom and dad. And they'll post all these pictures of their kids and themselves and all these quotes. I'm quite sure you guys have seen it, right? Of I'm super mom. I'm doing it all by myself. I'm strong and independent. He don't need no daddy. But little do you know, behind that post, behind that meme, behind all those quotes of her being a wonderful mom, wonderful person, is a liar, is a manipulator, is an individual who's bitter, who's hurt, who wants to keep that kid away from the father to teach him a lesson that, yeah, you didn't want me. We were just, even though we was just having sex and hook up, you didn't want to be with me and commit to me. So now I'm going to punish you. And on top of that, which segues me to point number 4, these women want unconditional love. So when they have those kids, they know for a fact that, man, my baby, my daughter, my son, my kids, they're going to give me love unconditional. They're going to see me as super mom so I can feed these kids the lies and say, your dad didn't want to be there. He's a deadbeat. She controls the narrative. Now she's imprinting all these different things into these kids' mind growing up. So when these kids actually start to get older, they're like, you know what, my dad was a deadbeat. Until those kids start to do some research, because that's what kids usually do, because they want that father. They want that bond with a dad, with a masculine man, right? So they do research and then they search the dad out, and the dad's like, you know, your mom, she didn't want to let me see him. And he probably has some evidence. They said, look at these text messages. Look at all these different letters or whatever the case may be. Look at this. Look at this. Shows of the evidence, the kids, and now the kids are mad at the baby mom. It's like, why did you do that to me and my dad? Why did you separate us? Right? All because she wanted to win an argument and she wanted to be in control of the narrative. Single moms, guys, I'm going to be honest, they're fun to hang out and have sex with. But you better protect yourself because they're always trying to look for a lick. Just think about it. If she has 1 or 2 kids, what's the point of, why would she not want to have a third just to get some child support potentially from you? Why would she not have a 4th? It's just another kid. She can get some government assistance. She can get food stamps, government housing, Section 8, whatever different things that are in place for single mothers to help them out. She can get that. So why would she not get knocked up again by you, a guy who has his life together? Then it'll be a paycheck, right? So guys, be careful out there dealing with these women. Yeah, it's cool and fun, hit them up on a late night or whatever. And on top of that, single mothers, they don't have that much time as it is anyway. So when they do want to hang out with you, you know that you guys are going to most likely have sex because she's going to have to go right back to those kids for a whole 6 to 7 days until she can find another babysitter.